Welcome back to Nitro World Games 2019, coming to you live from Utah, the state of sport, from the Utah Motorsports campus.
The 2019 Nitro World Games featured 4 incredible events: FMX Best Trick, MOTO Quarterpipe, Nitro Rallycross, and for the first time ever, Super Hooligan Flat Track Racing. Some of the best drivers and riders in the world converged on the Utah Motorsports campus and thrilled the 10,000 fans in attendance by putting on an absolutely mind-bending display as only Nitro can do it. In 2018, the world of Rallycross was turned upside down with the introduction of Nitro Rallycross.
4 cars into jump. Oh, smart speed around, and now Timmy Hansen gets the lead going into the jump with Tannenfels next to him, and Scott Speed is pulled off.
The course, designed from the mind of Travis Pastrana, was unlike anything the drivers and fans had ever seen. For the second year, Travis did some retooling, adding bigger jumps, Talladega-style turns, and an underground tunnel as the Joker lap. During an epic day of heat races the day before, Patrick Sandell and Kevin Hansen punched their tickets to the finals. But Scott Speed was injured while overshooting a jump and landing flat, taking him out of the mix for the rest of the weekend. The stakes were raised and the stage was set for 2 challenger races and the last chance qualifier.
Here we go. Green lights, we're launched, we're racing Nitro Rallycross from the Nitro World Games. And Block trying to get around Hansen.
Oh, Hansen up the inside contact there. Block's going to stop it at the apex. Cabot Bigham's gone inside. That's a good move from Bigham. We know this line is slower, but Tess, he's avoided the carnage on the outside of turn 1.
That was an absolutely brilliant move from Bigham. Oh, look at
Timmy
this.
goes Joker. Timmy's gone Joker straight away, so that's in response to losing the place to Ken Block. Bigham coming up on the merge with Ken. They're into the bank bend. You can see the dirt flying. Bigham's up the inside of Ken Block.
And did you see that just at the end there? It looked like Timmy came out super hard out of that Joker. Hope he didn't do any damage to the car, but this was just an amazing move from Cabot Bigham.
Yeah, Bigham made the choice there to go tabletop on the first lap, and he was on the back row. I think it was pretty wise. We reckon it's about 0.7 of a second, the difference between the tabletop line and the standard line. He was hoping that Block and Timmy would get right into each other and cost themselves more time than that. As it goes, Block managed to get out in front of him. Timmy, though, has gone Joker, and he's going to chase these guys down hard now, Tess.
So we need to see what the gap is back to Timmy Hansen. Here he comes. Ah, that's pretty good.
It's 4.5. Now the Joker's about 4. I'm confident they'll send Ken Block on this lap. I spoke to Derek Dauncey this morning, the team boss at Hoonigan Racing Division. I think they'll send Ken to the Joker in response to Timmy. They don't.
He doesn't.
They don't. So,
Cabot goes to the Joker.
yeah, they're giving Timmy an extra lap to chase him down, and that must mean they're confident that Ken's got the pace over Timmy. I'm surprised by that.
Let's see where Timmy comes out just ahead of Cabot Bigham. Bigham is playing a great race.
And what's key here is that Bigham was right on the tail end of Ken Block. So Timmy Hansen now, at this point in time, the merge is going to be absolutely side by side. Watch that clock at the top of your screen. If it comes down from 4.5, Hansen is on to take the place from Block.
And that's the turn there. You see him coming into now, where this amazing pass was made yesterday.
Perfect, isn't it? It's wide, it's loose gravel, it's a high
It's
speed
an opportunity.
area. Yeah, it was a great block pass, and it was fantastic to see an overtaking opportunity on the circuit. Well, some debris coming off Ken's car there.
Ken's got a...
I think he's delaminating the rear tyre, maybe. So as he's taking the rear tyres off, Ken's rear left has gone down, so Ken's maybe knocked the tyre off the rim. The gap was down to 2.97 with Timmy Hansen. Ken's going to go Joker, but it's going to be too late.
Oh, disaster for Ken Block there. We didn't see what caused that problem with that rear wheel, but it's going to take Ken out of contention. But yeah, Hansen is gapping Cabot Bigham right now, but Block's not too far behind.
He's dropped to P3, and remember, only one person goes through, Tess. There's only one place you want to be in this one, and that's the place that Timmy Hansen's in. Got another lap to go. They've all jokered now, so Timmy's just got to make sure he doesn't do anything, have any issues like Ken's had. So we saw yesterday a couple of people were a little bit too sideways. There's a lot of loose dirt out there. You've got to try and keep your wheels straight and avoid pushing tyres off rims.
And you just look at this and you think about the fact that the tyres kind of stripped off the back of Ken's car, yet he's still on the back of this group in contention. It shows you what these cars can actually do. It's amazing.
And these drivers too. You know, Ken's out there, 3 boots on the car, and he's still sending it fully. So I wonder if he'll avoid the big jump here, because that would be a bit of a risk. I think you might see Ken take the tabletop, but let's see. His spotters will be on the radio to him. So with a technical like that, Tess, I think you'd be brave to take the big hit.
So Bigham has actually managed to draw Timmy Hansen in a little bit again. So the Andretti Rallycross VW.
Ken's going big jump with 3 tyres. Ken Block over the big jump with 3 tyres. Oh!
Ken Block, unbelievable. You could hear the crowd out here go absolutely nuts.
That is wild. That is to take that jump with 3 tyres is brave beyond belief. Ken Block, have it.
Bigham is looking for a way past Hansen. He's got the speed.
This is it, it's now or never, Tess. And look, Timmy goes defensive. So Timmy's gone defensive. It's going to cost him time, but he knows he can block Bigham. Bigham's going to try and get him on the run to the line, but he won't. Timmy flies it to the downside, and Hansen's going to take it.
Smart run there from Timmy Hansen, defended it. Hansen goes through to the final, where he's going to be with his brother Kevin. Cabot Bigham, though, I've got to say, a fantastic race strategically from that team. They really did call it well, and he almost had it. There we have it. Timmy Hansen, he goes straight through to the finals now, so he will not have to fight through that LCQ as Cabot Bigham and Ken Block will. Here we go, Challenger Race B. The #1 place will transfer straight through to the finals.
Revs up then, here we go, watch for a good start. So it's a long hold here. Great start. Tanner Faust trying to find a gap. Goes through. He's in there alongside. He's not up and into Pastrana. Pastrana into the tyres. And in fact, Faust goes inside. So Faust and Atkinson have both gone for that low tabletop test.
This is strategy we weren't expecting to see today. And I'm actually surprised at how well that tabletop is going to work. So there you see Arpin, there you see Pastrana. So they really haven't lost much ground.
No, they haven't, and they've stayed out of trouble, which is what they were looking to do. But again, they would be hoping, like Cabot Bigham was hoping, that there would be more carnage on the outside of turn 1. I'm guessing Tanner was hoping 3 cars would go outside. So we can see that the tabletop is low, but it does keep you out of trouble. So watch for that tactic in the LCQ and in the final, where we've got more cars on track tests.
So Travis Pastrana in 2nd place right now. Got that little up tap, and he's gone through the middle. Oh, he's...
Same pass as yesterday. He's going to get Arpin. He's got past Arpin. Exactly.
Arpin pushes him wide, but he still gets it over the jump. Wow. And Tanner Faust goes through past Arpin.
So Arpin's been really mugged there down at that corner. Pastrana did the exact same move that he did yesterday. You'd think the spot, he was right behind him, and now look, he's under pressure now from behind from Atkinson. So Faust managed to capitalise there, where Pastrana ran him wide, bit of contact. So yeah, great move.
Who's going to go for the joker this lap is really the question, because I think if you're maybe Arpin or Faust has gone for it, and Atco has followed him.
So Arpin takes the main lap. He's going to hope now that with a bit of clear space in front of him, he can get the hammer down and try and gap those guys behind him. But that was a disaster for Arpin. He was looking great, you know, he's leading, but we knew that Travis could do that, Tess, and for me, you needed to be aware of that. It's lap 1, you know the cars are nearby, shut the door.
And I think what happened there is Arpin was trying to defend that space, but really it may not have been the smartest time to defend. May have been smarter to let Travis go through, just keep pace with him, because he lost that place to Faust just because he was already off put.
Yeah, on the exit there, lost a load of time. You can see how close Tanner is to him now. Here's Atco over the jump too. Look at that, brilliant shot from one of our cameras, super close to these guys. Pastrana is looking strong here to get himself through. Look at Faust, committed on the brakes too.
So Faust is only 4.6 seconds back. What we've got to try and figure out now is, can he close the gap enough on Travis Pastrana? I think Travis is probably going to take joker on the last lap.
He has to now. If I were Pastrana, I would have gone potentially on that one, but maybe they've looked at the lap times and decided that Pastrana's quicker. I'm sticking down now. Yeah, well, yeah. To be fair, Pastrana's got pace here, so Subaru think that Pastrana has got enough pace to gap Faust by more and make that merge not so tight. So that's what they're hoping, that they can get Pastrana to hold on to that spot when he takes the joker on the final lap. You can see it's close behind. He does not want to have to merge into this traffic.
So you're watching the battle now between 3rd and 4th at Steve Arpin and Chris Atkinson. And oh, Atco is looking on the inside there.
Yeah, he's running deep.
Oh, he's pushed him way out.
Oh, and Atco sideways over the jump. He spins. Maybe there was contact on the way in, but Atco loses. There's flames from the back of Atkinson's car. Atkinson's car is on fire at the bottom of the jump. Looks like it's gone out from the commentary position. We can see, there it is. There were huge flames.
But we saw, it looks like Arpin's tire is shredded. We saw all kinds of tire debris there.
The gap's gone up. It's gone up to 4.78, so Pastrana should get this. Watch for Faust coming in the merge.
There's Faust. Pastrana looks like he's got him.
Oh, Faust came in hot, didn't he? Went in hot and deep, but Pastrana had it up on the Talladega turns. Travis Pastrana's got the job done here with that brilliant pass on Arpin. He's going to book a slot test.
But watch this. Faust is not just going to let him run. He's going to fight as hard as he can. He may have left it too late.
Pastrana will cover him off here, but he's not near enough anyway, Tess. You know, you look how close Arpin was, and indeed, Pastrana makes no attempt to hold him off and flicks the car back around the other way. He's got understeer on the exit, though.
Way wide. Doesn't matter.
Oh, there were huge flames in the back of Atco's car there a minute ago, but not so for Pastrana. Brilliant drive.
Travis Pastrana joins both of the Hansen brothers, Timmy and Kevin, and Patrick Sandell in our final later on this afternoon. And there it is. Bigham and Faust are going to be on the front row, so you imagine this time.
And Block and Arpin on row 2. Here they come, the lights are coming on. Revs are up. Atco, pretty even start across the grid. Bingham's going to have to drop in behind Faust, but he can't. Arpin's already up his inside. Cabot Bingham going to try and shut the door. Arpin looking for a way through. Atco's gone tight, so Atco's done exactly what we thought he'd do. He's gone tight on the outside. They've held each other up a bit, but not too much. It's Faust who's got the whole shot. Where's he going to go and who's going to go? Joker test on this one. The second two cars go Joker. Split strategy.
So one VW, one Ford go in there.
It's Block and Bigham, so Block and Bigham have gone Joker. Faust runs wide in the banking. Arpin's right on him, and look where Atco is. Atco's up in P3.
Wow. Look at Arpin. He is really motoring. He is looking for a way past Tanner Faust already.
So Atco, it's hard to know, isn't it, whether or not that line was a real success, because the two guys are behind him joking anyway. If they'd all gone standard lap, we would have seen whether the gamble had paid off going on the low tabletop. Oh, having a look up the inside. Can't make it stick, though. Faust has managed to be late enough on the brakes. Arpin's coming under pressure now from Atco.
That's where I thought Atco may give Arpin a little nudge because of what they did in their last race.
Yeah, a bit of payback. Remember, these two, we think, had a bit of contact on the way in and on the way out. Arpin struggling for vision. Look at Arpin's screen. So I don't know if he's got enough screen washing there or not, but the wiper's going like mad to try and clear his vision. Atco right up behind him. Wonder if either of these will go Joker. What's the gap? The gap back to Block's only 4. So Block and Faust. This is Block versus Faust already. Ken Block's flying in the background. Arpin's going to go Joker, but he's going to lose out.
So we go. You see there, Atco up and over the jump. There goes Cabot Bigham. Tanner Faust tagged on the inside. He hit that tire. Where's Ken Block?
Block's got Arpin. So Block got his teammate Arpin. I thought he would, because the gap was 4 to Faust, who was ahead of Arpin. So Arpin was 8/10 back from that. This is all about now Tanner Faust versus Ken Block. Remember, the top 2 both go through. At the minute, we've got just Atco and Faust still to Joker.
So when Faust comes around here, he takes this last little hop back onto the tarmac. What we need to look at is the time between Tanner Faust and Ken Block, because Faust and Atco have not taken that Joker lap. The Yokohama Joker is coming into play heavy here. What's this gap going to be?
Yeah, watch for the gap with 3.4. It's not going to be enough. Tanner Faust, he's in a tricky one here. Does he take Yokohama Joker lap now when he knows it's 3.4? It couldn't be closer. Or I think he maybe has to stay out for another lap, and he does, because they know they don't have the gap test. He's got to stay out onto the 4th lap, see if he can get that back up to 4 seconds. He'll be hoping that Block's going to catch up with someone who's going to slow him down, but he's not.
And Tanner keeps cutting the inside there and tagging that tire.
He's super tight on low. It's exactly what he needs. Tanner's got to get a perfect lap in here, as I say. It's 4. Well, yesterday we thought 3.5 was the difference between speed standard and Joker, but we're thinking 4 seconds roughly.
Let's remember here, the top 2 will go through. So the question is, when Tanner Faust comes out of that Joker, who is he going to be looking at? And I think he's got Block and Arpin maybe close enough and within striking distance. Let's look at the gap.
I think he's going to split the 2 if the gap stays the same. Let's see if he's got it done on that lap or not. 3.5 for Block. Where's Arpin?
Arpin dropped way back. What happened there?
Arpin's got a problem. He's 8.4 back. So now, okay, so looking then like it's going to be Block and Faust who go through. Faust is going to go into the Yokohama Joker lap now, and the gap back to it. So I think it's going to be Faust and Block.
Faust has got to be careful on the out here that he doesn't bounce and damage the tire. No, good driving from Tanner Faust right behind Ken Block. You called it. He doesn't need to fight Block. He needs to stay in that position because they'll both transfer.
Yeah, they're going to make it through to the back row, and I think we might see some serious tactics when we've got 6 cars in the final later today. But this is a great drive by Ken Block. He's had the pace all weekend. We thought he could have gone top qualifying yesterday, but he had his issues. He's laid those ghosts to rest now, and Block looks like he's going to take it with Faust. Great drive by these two.
Here we go. This is the final turn and hop that will bring him back onto the front stretch, and it looks like it will be Ken Block and Tanner Faust transferring through to our Nitro Rallycross final, and a great run at the end there. And there's your results, the last 2 in our final, Block and Faust. And Atco, Arpin, and Bigham are going to have to head to the showers.
You just saw why Travis Pastrana calls this a hell track for cars, and why the best drivers in the world call this the most fun rally track they have ever driven. 3 knockdown, drag-out races full of memorable moments. Timmy Hansen securing a chance to race alongside his brother in the finals. Travis Pastrana pumping his fists after conquering his home course, and Ken Block hitting the 100-foot gap on 3 wheels.
Ken Block over the big jump with 3 tires. Oh!
We even had a car on fire. 4 more drivers advanced to the Nitro Rallycross Finals, setting up a legendary battle. While our drivers and their cars got some much-needed rest, it was time to check out the dizzying heights of MOTO Quarterpipe. MOTO Quarterpipe is always a jaw-dropping competition, especially at the Nitro World Games, where the riders are up against an absolute beast of a ramp, standing at 32 feet tall and 70 feet wide. The objective is simple: fly higher than your fellow athletes. The danger element cannot be underestimated. Not only do you have to go up, but you've got to come down. The difference between a trip to the podium and a trip to the ER is a fraction of inches. Last year's champ, Colby Raha, set a record when he soared 45 feet 2 inches. The athletes got so much air last year that we had to install a taller height pole that now reaches 50 feet. MOTO Quarterpipe is ready for liftoff.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Utah Motorsports Campus. That 32-foot tall monstrosity right there is what these riders are going to be contending with out here today, as we are set to kick off the return of MOTO Quarterpipe out here at Nitro World Games. We have 5 riders in the field, and well, basically they're going to go in rounds out here today. Each round they're going to get 2 attempts, and we've got Cole Denny, Jared McNeil, Tyler Behrman, Corey Creed, and Colby Raha. That's a 32-foot tall lip right there, and there's a 50-foot height pole up on top of that deck. They just had this event at X Games a couple weeks ago, and Corey Creed walked out of here with a gold medal. But here we go, we are underway. This is Cole Denny getting the party started here. Again, they're going to get 2 attempts per round right here. Here we go, attempt number 1 for Tyler Behrman.
It is going to the moon!
It's just so wild because you get inverted and you're at the apex of the jump, and then you just drop out of the sky.
Corey Creed's an Australian, and
an X Games gold medalist, by the way.
He'd like to at least get the height pole taller. Look at that! What on earth?
What did I tell you the big winning height was last year, the record setter? 45 feet 2 inches.
Yeah.
Guess what Corey Creed just got? 45 feet 8 inches. So we've already broken last year's record. Colby Raha gets to go last. Then everybody's going to get 1 more attempt.
Listen to him shifting gears. How much speed is he going to bring? Aha!
Oh, Colby Raha's doing tricks at this height.
That was awesome. Downside can. How's your BMX knowledge, Jimmy?
Best height moves on and joins Creed, Behrman, and Raha in round number 2. Lowest height, you're done for the day. This is last year's defending champ, Colby Raha.
Yeah, he wants this trophy. He wants that money. He wants the record, more importantly.
Look at how far he drifted across the face of that thing right there. Tyler Behrman making the turn, underpowered for his first attempt here in round 2.
That was a just and lift off. Yo!
He's already beaten the best height with both attempts that we had in round number 1 for him. What does he do here in round number 2?
Power wheelie to soar. That's what you do. Look at him just manhandle that motorcycle. Corey Creed is the real.
He's down there at the bottom of the pack right now for this group, 35 feet 4 inches. But again, style for miles. This is Cole Denny.
I mean, he's 75 feet above the ground. Yeah, look at the jean jacket, just commanding respect.
The Motorhead patch flapping in the breeze.
Yeah, man, it's about expressing yourself. It's about having fun. What up, Cole? That's my heart right there. Look at that guy.
35 feet 4 inches for him. Now it's going to be Berriman going first in round number 3, followed by Raha and then Creed top right in that final round. As we look at Tyler Berriman's first attempt right here. Look at that. Oh my goodness, the back end was coming all the way around on that one. And he's right back into the 40s here in round number 3. 43 feet 2 inches right there. Tyler Berriman has already taken his first attempt. He has set the bar here at 43 feet 2 inches. Where do we go from here, Micah?
To the moon.
Grabbing a fistful of throttle right there and taking that one up almost to the top of the height meter right there. He's up there in the 40s as well, 43 flat, so that'll put him just behind Tyler Berriman. This man has just been on point out here all day long. Just looking solid. This is Gold Coast, Australia's Corey Creed.
Power wheelie, hit it to the moon. Get up there, get up there, get up there! Land, land, land. Yes.
Just right up there, melting out at the top of the height pole. Corey Creed, 46 feet 8 inches. So Corey, as of right now, is sitting in that automatic transfer spot into the next round. All right, Tyler Berriman's gonna get one more attempt at it here. He got 43 feet 2 inches the first time around. What's he gonna get here in his second attempt?
Get it. Ooh. I don't know.
I think Colby's got him by a little bit on this one. I think we're going to see the Creed-Raha battle. And it is Colby Raha. Here we go. This is down to these final 2 riders. Will it be Colby Raha? Will it be Corey Creed? Raha is under power for his first attempt.
That's up, that's up, that's up.
Oh, he's taking the hand off.
Beautiful.
He had a 43 foot 6 inch air that last go around. This one should be pretty close. It should be right in that wheelhouse.
Look at that handoff, pointing at his mom, saying, look at this, Mom, 43-3.
Corey Creed, he has been in control this entire competition out here today thus far.
Power
picking up where he left off.
Oh my goodness!
And he takes a foot off that time. You heard it in his profile earlier. He said he wanted redemption.
And he's getting it.
45 feet 7 inches right there for Corey Creed. Colby's gonna get one more attempt at it to try to best that height. However, this is far from over. He won this thing last year. We've talked about it time and again. He's got the skills to do it. He's got the style. He's got the technique down pat. It's gonna come down to either this attempt or the next one. Will he get the repeat win, or are we gonna see Corey Creed walk out of here the champion this year? It all comes down to right now for Colby Raha.
Up there, up there, up there. Get it, get it. Oh, you can see him literally pulling it and pushing back and forth to get that front tire where it needs to be. There is no missteps in this competition.
Colby Raha will actually get one more attempt here to try to best that 45 feet 7 inches. It comes down to the wire here, a potentially dramatic finish out here at the 2019 Nitro World Games out here. Moto quarter pipe final round. Here comes Colby Raha. Can he do it again?
Let's get it, let's get it. He's going up. Oh, that's way high. That is a monster air. That was the biggest one he has done all day. When it was pressure, he made diamonds. That was awesome. He did it. I absolutely think he was up there.
Last year's best height was 45 feet 2 inches. I agree with you. I think this is the highest Colby's going out here all day, Micah.
Yeah, just look like an elevator to the top. Man, if he didn't beat it, he is just millimeters away.
He needed 45.8.
I mean, he's close to it.
40.
Oh, is that beautiful?
It's looking like he's up there around just a tad over 46 from that side view. No, it's not going to be enough. A 44.10. So that means Corey Creed is going to get the win out here. He's already got himself an X Games gold medal in this event, and he walks away the 2019 Nitro World Games Moto quarter pipe champ as well.
You were sitting over here. Your approach was completely different. It looked like you were carrying so much pressure on your shoulders, taking deep breaths. Can you talk about the bravery that it took for you to go 45 feet and 7 inches?
Yeah, it's not easy, you know, riding at that ramp with the throttle buttoned on the whole way. Man, I'm so stoked. Yeah, this is like a dream come true. You know, it is fun and games, but you know, I want to do good. I want to make a name for myself, so I take it very seriously. I wanted this one pretty much the whole year since I lost last year.
Unbelievable job. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Creed is your winner of FMX Quarter Pipe.
So it's Corey Creed walking out of here with the win at a height of 45 feet, 7 inches out here for the second ever Moto Quarter Pipe final out here at Nitro World Games.
Those riders turned the Utah Motorsports Campus into a flight school. Tyler Behrman took third. Last year's champ Colby Raha took second. Corey Creed rebounded from a third place finish in 2018 to take the title. What a battle it was, but Corey was hitting the sweet spot all day. First, setting a record with 45 feet 8 inches. Then beating his own record by going 46 feet. And for good measure, setting the new bar at 46 feet 8 inches. Next, it was time to come back down to earth for the Nitro World Games debut of Super Hooligan Flat Track Racing. The Super Hooligans were a big-time addition to the Nitro World Games card. An all-star lineup of racers, including the current points leader, Joe Kopp, came in hot, ready to show the fans what flat track is all about. After an exciting series of time qualifying races, the riders with the 4 top times advanced to the Dash for Cash race. It wasn't a surprise that the top 4 current Super Hooligan points leaders advanced to the Dash for Cash. And Andy DeBrino was the rider who left with his pockets $500 fatter. We moved closer to the finals with the Super Pole and Last Chance qualifier races. But this time around, the Super Hooligans had some company, as Jared McNeil, Colby Raha, Greg Duffy, and Travis Pastrana himself joined the party. In total, a field of 21 riders had their eyes on the prize. And the stakes were high, as the final race was the 8th in the 10-part Super Hooligan Flat Track Championship Series.
How is this going to look with 13 bodies and bikes out there on that track? You got Joe Kopp, Jordan Graham, Jimmy Hill, Steve Bonzi, Tyler Behrman, AJ Kirkpatrick, your top 6 right there. With Frankie Garcia, Danny Eslick, Travis Pastrana, Tony Tucker, Josh Slay, and Andy DeBrino. And then, of course, you got Stace Richmond. So this is going to be all-out carnage here as they move into that first turn right there. And they are going to be bumping bars and fighting for every bit of real estate. We double the lap time here for what we saw in the LCQ. It's a 12-lap final here. First time we've ever seen Super Hooligan Flat Track out here at Nitro World Games. And that is DeBrino out to the lead here to get it started.
Oh, Tyler Behrman looks like he is out of the race early. See what happened to Tyler. That did not look good. I know he was looking for a top 3 position. He qualified so well. Andy DeBrino with the early lead. We got Joe Kopp behind him, Jordan Graham, Stevie Bonzi in 4th place, Jimmy Hill in 5th, Frankie Garcia in 6th, AJ Kirkpatrick in 7th, and Travis Pastrana is back in 7th place.
Well, lots of time to correct here. We've doubled the lap times for our amount of laps, I should say, from what we saw in the LCQ. But look at the lead that DeBrino's got right now. And take a look at the aerial shot right there. I love the aerial shots of this course. I mean, look at all that. You're turning left, and you quick back right, and you're into that sweeper.
Yeah, really gives you a nice perspective for what these riders are looking at dealing with. DeBrino get pretty sideways right there. You know, DeBrino, he is not scared to push that bike. And occasionally past its limits.
Joe Kopp's gaining a little bit of real estate on him right now, and then you've got Jordan Graham that's rounding out the top 3 as of right now.
Yeah, it looks like DeBrino, man, I don't want to see him stretch it on Joe, but it looks like Joe's making up a little bit of time there. Joe's making up a little bit of time on Andy. I think he's running a little bit more of a shallow line through the corners. It looks like Andy's pushing pretty hard. Joe's a little bit more conservative. That line might be working a little bit better for him.
Those two are pulling out to a lead. They've put some space between them and number 47. That's Jordan Graham. We are at the halfway point here. This is lap 6 out of 12. Travis Pastrana still hanging tough back there in that number 8 spot. You got Bonzi in 4th, Hill, Garcia, Kirkpatrick, then Pastrana. Those are your top 8 as of right now. Again, this is the final. It is a 12-lap race. We're on lap 7 out of 12. It is Andy DeBrino sitting in that #1 position. Can Joe Kopp press the issue here on the final half of the race?
Joe Kopp is trying to chase him down. He's using every little bit of the track he has. He's using all his tricks, all of his imagination to try and catch up to Andy and put a move on him. But I'll tell you this, catching him is one thing and passing him is going to be a whole other thing.
Well, you can see him trying to line up a little bit. He tried to go for a couple of inside moves right there, but on the straightaway there, Andy pulls away from him here as we get into lap 9 out of 12. We're down to the final quarter of the race here.
I think Joe Kopp pulled a couple tricks out of his bag. He's got that bike. It looks like it's working a little bit better than it was earlier.
Stay tight in the corners and then gain some ground there back on that straightaway.
Trying to chase Andy DeBrino down, man. He's waiting for a mistake. Hopefully Andy makes a mistake and, you know, Joe Kopp can make up a little bit more ground on him.
Look at the separation that they've got between the rest of the pack. I mean, Jordan Graham's a little bit of a ways back there, and he's sitting in 3rd place as of right now.
Yeah, we're already lapping a couple
I was going to say, we're getting into lap traffic now, and that's going to muddy the waters.
We're on the last lap. We got Joe Kopp trying to chase down Andy DeBrino. Man, he's got his work cut out for him on this last lap.
Here we go, coming around to that straightaway, and it gets dangerous right here. It gets tricky with the lap traffic, so the white flag is out. We are on the last lap here. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Andy DeBrino, or is Joe Kopp going to be able to catch up to him on this final lap?
Andy doing everything he can to keep that gap. Joe trying to chase him down, trying to use every bit of racetrack to catch him.
Coming back.
Doesn't have enough, not today.
Into that straightaway, and it's going to be Andy DeBrino walking out of here with the first ever Nitro World Games Super Hooligan Flat Track win.
Andy DeBrino, that was absolutely incredible. Out here, sometimes brave moves really have to be made, but how did you minimize the risk?
Well, you know, I just got a good start. Tires are greasy. I felt like we were on the limits of the tires, and Joe was right there. So all I did was just not make mistakes, just look forward, hit my marks. You know, I rode a little defensive, but I kept her on 2 wheels and got the job done. So I couldn't be happier. Dream come true to be here at Nitro World Games, compete with Travis Pastrana, my idol. I'm just so thrilled right now.
Unbelievable job. Congratulations to Andy DeBrino, your winner in Super Hooligan Flat Track.
Jordan Graham there taking 3rd place. Joe Kopp was 2nd.
Andy DeBrino wins the Dash for Cash earlier today, gets an extra $500, and then here stands on the top spot in the podium here at Super Hooligan Flat Track.
With plenty of thrills and spills along the way, Andy DeBrino capped off a big day by winning the inaugural Nitro World Games Flat Track event, adding to his earlier Dash for Cash victory. And it was great to see Travis Pastrana get to go up against the big boys in the finals. Thanks to all the Super Hooligans for adding so much to the Nitro World Games. From the ground, it was time to get back in the air, the FMX Best Trick competition. FMX Best Trick is one of the most entertaining events you'll ever see. The world's premier FMX athletes soaring up to 40 feet inverted, putting it all on the line and doing it with style. But there are consequences and very little margin for error. The day before the competition, crowd favorite Harry Bink was injured in practice and had to withdraw from competition. His fellow riders rallied around him and vowed to put on an incredible show. They did not disappoint.
Well, let's talk about the format. We've got 8 riders in the field out here today, and it is pretty simple. They are going to get 2 attempts at it here. They're going to take their attempts one right after the other. So when your name gets called, you get 2 shots right there. Better of your 2 runs, that counts. The best possible score that you can get out here today is 100 points. There is your start list. Bilko is going to kick off the party here. He's going to be the first athlete that we see. They're going to get their runs consecutively. They'll go once, they'll come back, they'll restart, and then take their second attempt. But here we go. This is Blake Bilko Williams from Australia up first.
That is the moon booter, and that is a big trick he has a lot of time doing. Backflip, and it's a lazy boy is what they call it, throwing those legs forward.
taking another look at it right here. Look as he takes off from the lip. It's very poppy, and it pops you straight up into the sky right there. So it's more of up rather than traversing out. But he makes this one look super easy as he lays back into the seat. Round number 2, he's got the lazy boy flip in the books. What is he capping off with here? Jump number 2.
See variation. It's going to be a cliffhanger flip. Look how long.
Oh, the no-hander lander was kind of a last-minute addition to that.
That is his favorite hobby.
By the way, on this trick, he was the first ever to land a cliffhanger flip to dirt.
Yeah, I mean, if that says anything about it. Imagine hooking your tippy toes to your handlebars, throwing your hands over your head, blind landing for the majority of it. But look how long he has to think about this.
Adam Jones, one of the elder statesmen in the group out of Reno, Nevada, making another appearance out here at the Nitro World Games. Whenever he does his tricks, whether they're right side up or they're upside down, there's never anything tentative about it, and he really works hard at that. That's one of the things that he trains on, is making sure that he gets the max extension.
Him being his own worst critic has done great things for his career. Let's see what he does. Oh my goodness!
Watch where he puts his body into position on this. I mean, he is completely parallel over the bike right. I guess at that point, and then the backflip, you're under the bike for all intents and purposes. But I mean, it doesn't get any better looking than that when it comes to a dead body flip. He'll get an 81 flat to start that one off. So under power for attempt number 2 for Adam Jones.
Whoa, double grab! Oh, did he almost loop out? And you can see he puts his trust in a little bit of grip tape and those fox gloves, and he puts those feet as far behind him as he can. Again, like you said in the intro, Adam's going to give you extension.
So he'll end up sticking with that first run score. So the judges are saying, hey, we like the dead body flip a lot better with an 81 flat. So that's going to keep him in second behind Bilko as of right now. Taking a look at this gentleman right here out of Gresham, Oregon. This is Bo Bamberg. First of 2 attempts for Gresham, Oregon's Bo Bamberg.
Get it, Bo. Oh, you can just see him. He looks like a pit bull. Under that helmet, I assume he's just barking. Is that possible? Is that correct?
He does have that menacing stare.
Oh, yeah. He will look through your soul. He is one of the scariest people. Soft-spoken, very nice. You get him on a motorcycle, and he does this. Whoa!
Talking about the extension that we mentioned with Adam Jones, and Bo Bamberg gets out there and just puts on his own extension party, and man, he ragdolled out of that and just
look at him, just
he's shrugging his shoulders like it was nothing.
Let's see where this thing goes wrong. Let's analyze it.
Look right here. Watch the extension. Okay, look where his face is.
Man, he knows right there he's going too fast. Look him hold it. He's trying to slow down the rotation. He knows he can't wait too long. He has to get. Look at the core strength of the Pasher. Putting his feet on, he's just trying to get the back end down.
So apparently Adam Jones is our leader. We had a little bit of a scoring glitch earlier, so it is Adam Jones who is in that top spot with an 81 flat. Friend took him to Travis Pastrana's house many, many years ago, and it all changed his life, and that's when he decided, hey, you know what, this racing thing's not for me. I'm all about the freestyle, and now he's out here at the Nitro World Games. He's going to stand on the back of the seat. Sometimes you'll see these guys stand on the side of the seat. Do we call it jet ski takeoff? What is Davey Johnson bringing to the party here at the Utah Motorsports Campus?
Oh! And a decade! See, stand decade! That was cool. What kind of crazy circus mechanism does he have on that motorcycle?
How did that just happen?
What on earth is going on here?
We call that a decade in the BMX world right there when you swing yourself around the head tube of your BMX bike, but I don't know what the moto guys are going to want to call it. Either way, call it made, courtesy of the Lone Star State's Davey Johnson. Look at how excited Travis is right now. He's like, hey, you know what? I tried to do that back at the X Games a long time ago, and my bike came apart. 88.33, Davey Johnson, the 23-year-old, now sits atop the standings here. Greg Duffy is up next. This guy's done it before. He got the win back in 2016 with a double front flip. He needs to beat a top score right now of an 88.33, being held on to by Davey Johnson.
Oh boy, there's the ride of a lifetime. Front flipping on the moon booter, throwing a variation. We call it the heel clicker.
So heel clicker, and then it's almost like he's trying to kick back a little bit because he doesn't put the feet right back on, almost like he wants to go into a Superman. 86 flat for him. He's going to take another run right here.
What do we got here?
Oh, the front flip, Captain Morgan.
Oh, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. It's called the Captain Morgan.
Look at where he's at before he goes in. Did you ever think that you would see someone try to just clown themselves in front of the crowd in the middle of a front flip? That's where we're at. The front flips have become so controlled that you can do that. So taking a look at our standings right now, Adam Jones sitting in that number 3 position with that 81 flat with the dead body flip. You got Greg Duffy right there with an 86 flat from that front flip heel clicker to Superman. And then Davey Johnson holding that top spot right now. The 3 riders left to go. This Belgian rider is in the chute right now, ready to come out and wow the crowd. I can't believe we're packing all this into one day.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like he was stomping out a fire on his handlebars. Again, it's a joke trick, but done at this level, I love it. I love action sports. I don't
know if we can say that because there's nothing joking about throwing yourself into a front flip with a 250-pound motorcycle underneath your feet, but Vandenpute is going to get back up and take his second round. That is one tough Belgian. Okay, here we go. Attempt number 2 for William Vandenpute.
And
what? Maybe that's what he was trying to do the first time around. He wasn't trying to get the foot up on the crossbar there. He was just trying to get it over.
Yeah, he definitely
It just got hung up. But this guy is a beast. I mean, he's just a monstrosity of a human being. Works out all the time, takes great care of himself. So when he bounces off the ground and he gets in these crazy situations, he walks away from it unscathed. He was one of the first guys I ever saw do a double backflip and bounce and get up like it was nothing. And speaking of double backflips,
yes! What on earth? This trick has claimed careers. This trick has taken a catastrophe on people, and he has the audacity to take his hands off at that height, spot his landing. Can you name a better big air rider than Josh Sheehan?
attempt number 2 for Josh Sheehan.
What are you gonna do? Oh,
that's what I thought. Oh, is he gonna get it?
Oh, was that close? He is back on his feet after falling roughly 6 stories from the ground. What an animal. Flip number 1. So you have to now take your feet, put them to the ground. Yep. So your wrists are not holding all the weight. Now you have to get your feet back on the pegs and then crank that second flip around, because if you don't, it's going to be a rough night. And here's where the problem is, just a little under-rotated. The suspension tried to take it. There's nothing he can do. The headshot to remind you you're alive. Yeah, that sucked. Oh, that wasn't fun.
One more rider to go. It just so happens to be last year's champion, Mr. Pat Bowden.
Pat's only got big tricks. His trick repertoire is gigantic only. And front flip Christ air. Yo!
Look at this, everybody.
I mean, you snap your neck back, it doesn't get any better than that. He loses line of sight, which means he makes the variation. More important than the spin, which is something the judges absolutely want to see. So he snaps off that lip, right? Takes his heels, cranks it back, and watch his head. That's all the difference. The fact he can get 100% or that 90-degree up and down aerial, I mean, there was no lack of extension. I mean, last year he tweaked his body just a hair more on the other end of that trick, but that might be enough, to be honest, to take it away. That is such a unique trick. He couldn't have executed it truly much better. I mean, he has a second go. I don't know if he needs it.
And I don't know that he's going to have to take a second run right there, because looking at the scoring monitor over here, he's got a 96.
Oh.
We're into the 90s. Whoa. He doesn't have to even take this second run. He's won this thing yet again. What do you think the judges liked so much about the front flip Christ air to make that such a huge gap in the scoring?
I mean, it was just done as perfect as you can. Let's go down the list. First place, world's first front flip variation, unbelievable. Josh Sheehan, second place. The trick he tried is arguably the most dangerous, scariest trick ever that he fell on, the double flip KOD. Third place, world's first. You want to play in this game? There's your level.
Well, the first question that I just asked Pat Bowden was, how high is your heart rate?
It's pretty high.
Now, you told me that you've been working 11 days straight to perform here.
Yeah, that's right. I only had 11 days to learn this world first trick. And coming into it, I had the idea. I didn't know if it was possible. And I had so many problems, like thing after thing that I had to overcome, and I just kept pushing. Gave it 150% effort, but I knew I was going to win, so I don't know what to say. I'm so happy right now.
That's unbelievable. Guys, the determination, the strength, and the tenacity of Pat Bowden, your Nitro World Games best trick champion. Congratulations.
What an unbelievable best trick competition. Those guys are truly magicians. Pat Bowden repeated as champion and made podium for the 4th straight year. We had 2 world's firsts, Pat's front flip Christ air and Davey Johnson's FMX Decade, in which he was standing side saddle upon takeoff. This event was truly what freestyle is all about. Even the misses looked cool, and I don't think I'll ever forget Greg Duffy's Captain Morgan front flip. This was showmanship at its best. It would be a hard act to follow for most, but if you're gonna find more danger and drama anywhere, it's gonna be on the Nitro Rallycross track. And the finals were next. Last year, Nitro Rallycross immediately made its presence felt with a game-changing approach to rally that kicked the madness level up to 11. On this course, where there is literally danger at every turn, the best drivers in the world turned out to take on one of the roughest, toughest courses imaginable. And this year, the course was even more insane. After heat, challenger, and LCQ races, a dream field of 6 was set. Tanner Faust, Patrick Sandell, Ken Block, the Hansen brothers, and Travis Pastrana. Both the cars and the drivers were more than willing to take a pounding to win it all. So strap on that 5-point harness for the 2019 Nitro Rallycross Championship race.
Welcome everyone here to the Utah Motorsports Campus just outside Tooele, Utah. Nitro World Games and more importantly, Nitro Rallycross. I'm Tess Sewell alongside Andrew Coley in the booth. And there's the mad scientist of this event, Travis Pastrana. This is it, folks, Nitro Rallycross from Nitro World Games here in Utah. Lights are red, we're waiting for the green. Boom, here we go.
Oh, Hansen's got left behind on the line. Timmy Hansen's gone absolutely backwards. Maybe got a problem. Kevin Hansen got round Sandell into turn 1. Up the inside, that's Ken Block managed to get. Ken Block's going on the tight line. Timmy Hansen's gone up the inside of Ken. We've got 3 cars that have gone with the low tabletop on that one. Sideways into the Timmy's door. Tanner Faust is in the mix there as well. So I think it's Timmy, Tanner and Ken have gone low. Ken up the inside of Tanner.
Wow, look at that tabletop, and Ken absolutely collected the water barriers there going in, but look at this.
He's back up the inside of Timmy in the background, and now Tanner's gone through as well, so Timmy Hansen has gone P6, P3, P6 test in 4 corners.
And we're talking about the guys in the back. Meanwhile, Kevin Hansen, Travis Pastrana, Patrick Sandell are top 3. This is definitely not disappointing.
I knew those guys would go for the inside lines because they're going to lose time. They have to go over that tabletop on the first one of the laps. We knew they would lose a bit of time, but they will have calculated the others were losing time with contact. And actually, Tess, I think these 3 guys will have lost more time with the battling they had from turn 2 all the way through to the banking after the tabletop.
So still an insanely close race as we come across the line after the very first lap. And you see now how exciting this thing is. Let's see who chooses to go where. Oh!
So Travis has gone down to the low tabletop. So Travis is taking his tabletop lap now, and that's a great shout because the guys behind were held up with that battling. So look for Pastrana on the merge. Block's coming over the big jump now, and in the background, Timmy Hansen's gone Joker. So did Block get through? Yeah, Block got Pastrana, so Pastrana didn't manage to get past Ken.
Oh, Pastrana slowed a little coming through that corner. He did not get past Ken, but we now have 4 of the 6 that have taken that tabletop route, and Timmy has taken the Joker. He was in the back, so really it was the smartest move to make.
He got a dreadful start. There was something wrong with that car or something wrong with his settings when he left the line. It just didn't work out. At the minute, it's 2 Swedes up front, Kevin Hansen and Patrick Sandell. Bit of damage to the front of Ken's car there. Shows you how hard they were trying in that first lap.
So remember.
Oh, foul sideways, nearly in the wall, Tess, off the tabletop jump. Into the first corner, Ken Block around. Where's he going to go this time? He goes for the deep line. Pastrana's going with him. Kevin Hansen heading up for the big jump, and Patrick Sandell going with him. So these are the 2 we need to kind of look at the gap for. Look, Kevin Hansen, Patrick Sandell have got 4.8 over Ken Block, so they've got enough time to take the Joker, but neither of those 2 guys have taken the tabletop yet, Tess, and there's a penalty for that. Faust Joker.
Faust is in the Joker, so now we've got 2 out of the 6 that have already jokered. And here's Travis working on Ken Block again. We've seen him pass Ken in the most bizarre of places.
So Kevin Hansen with a little gap of 1.5 over Sandell. Sandell looks to me like he's closed that down a little bit, Tess, on this last lap. So let's see what it is. Look at Sandell scrabbling for grip over that crest. Flies the Subaru. I think the gap's come down, but I might be wrong.
I think Ken is holding up Travis, because Travis is just trying to...
Ken's got a puncture. Front right tyres off the rim. Sorry, Tess, just saw it as he flew up over that jump.
So here we go. Travis is going to get past him. And you saw that was all shredded up from earlier contact anyway, so that's a disaster for Ken Block. He's going to keep going, but he is out of contention in this race. Timmy Hansen going for the jump again, and Patrick Sandell breaks for the Joker.
So Sandell's gone Joker. He did bring the gap down over Kevin by 0.3 of a second, so Sandell had closed down a little bit on Kevin Hansen. He's decided to go Joker. I wonder if that's to cover off someone behind him. But yeah, no, you see Pastrana's behind him, and Pastrana has the Joker, so okay, this is going to be Sandell versus Kevin Hansen, I think. But of course, they've got the tabletop still to do, Tess. And we're not sure how much the tabletop costs. The teams are telling us between 0.7 and 2 seconds. Ken Block, if he denied, oh, he's going to be gutted. So Ken Block, still Ken Block with the front right tire off the rim. Kevin Hansen just cases the jump on the way down. Here comes Sandell. So Kevin now with a significant gap. Kevin Hansen hasn't jokered or done the tabletop.
Yeah, so he still has time to lose. Back to Sandell, there's 5 seconds, so that's actually a pretty big margin, but he's probably going to lose 5 to 7 seconds.
Kevin's gone tabletop, Tess. Here goes Kevin over the tabletop.
Okay, let's see where he comes out. Who flies over him? Should be Patrick Sandell that we're looking for.
Yeah, Sandell's joking, remember, but hasn't taken the tabletop. Kevin's taken the tabletop, but hasn't
Patrick
joken.
Sandell going to come in there, so we see the margin. Now we know that Kevin Hansen has to go and take that joker, which is going to cost him about 4 seconds. So what we're looking at now is when they come across the line, what's the margin? Hansen to Sandell.
Indeed, there you can see left-hand side of your screen who hasn't taken the joke. So Pastrana hasn't, and Kevin Hansen out front hasn't. Kevin Hansen has just put in a super tidy lap test. He's running the car out wide. Yeah, the gap was 5.1, but we're waiting to see what it is now and whether or not Kevin goes joker. So
he has to. This is it. He has to take the Yokohama Joker right now because he has to take it in this race. It's a rule, so
he's deep in turn 1. So Kevin Hansen going to split right now on the inside. Patrick Sandell's going to the tabletop. So both these guys now, they're taking the alternate lines. This could be for the win. Kevin Hansen dips into the joker. Watch for Patrick Sandell coming up over the tabletop. You're looking for the merge on the exit.
Oh wow, this is going to be close. Oh, and Hansen got him.
Kevin Hansen with a great lap. It was a super tight lap before. Travis Pastrana in the background has taken the joker lap. So I think it's Pastrana is in the third place now.
We've got, I think everybody now is taking both the tabletop and the Yokohama Joker. So now it's just a battle right now. We know you can pass on this turn.
It's now or never for Sandell. Maybe have a look up the inside. Kevin Hansen goes defensive. Sandell's going to go over under. Sandell going to try and undercut him on the exit. Oh, it's going to be so close.
No, just not enough space, and I don't think it'll work. Kevin Hansen is going to win your 2019 Nitro Rallycross, and I think with this altitude, Andrew, we are going to need some oxygen.
That's another Hansen name on the trophy. Timmy Hansen won it last year. Kevin Hansen wins it this year, so fantastic performance by the brothers.
But Kevin Hansen, 21-year-old Swede, comes in here,
youngest driver in the field,
and beats his brother. Well, we got the final results here, and it is Timmy Hansen that managed to take that third spot. So an all-Swedish podium here at Nitro Rallycross, and we said it was going to be an exciting race. And
it was great.
Oh boy, did that one deliver.
It was great. But look at the action through the first
Ken's
lap.
damage. That was what really did the cut of the tire to Ken Block's Ford.
Ken was up the inside of Tanner, look, into the banking. This was the leaders going over the top with the guys who take
look
the
at this shot.
Lap. Amazing, amazing. We still
you can't see that anywhere else.
No, look at that. So that was the pass look. So that was Ken getting past Tanner. Ken, I think, then had a look at Timmy. Did he at the next corner? There was so much going on, Tess. We could barely keep up. And I'll be honest, that's how I like it.
Absolutely. Look at that. There's 5 cars in the air at the same time, jumping over each other. What a great show. I mean, there's no disappointment here, but look at Ken, that front, I mean, there's no tire.
That was when I spotted the puncture. It was pretty obvious, wasn't it, really, that close to the camera. If I hadn't spotted that, I'd need firing. But, I mean, he'd had that for a little while, Tess, because that was right off the rim. This was Kevin and Sandell so close. I really thought here that potentially Kevin had gone too deep, but he just held on.
And the power of that car managed to pull him back over this little hopper. And this is it. This is the Joker lap they were talking about. You saw Patrick Sandell go over the tabletop, and this was where Patrick needed to try and get past, and he couldn't quite make it.
No, I have to say, really enjoyed it. You know, it was, yeah, we had the Yokohama Joker and the tabletop. You know, it brought out some brilliant tactics that the guys had to do one of each. So I've really enjoyed that. What a fantastic final.
Congratulations on your win, Nitro World Games Rallycross. That was unbelievable. Can you verbalize the pressure that you were under when Patrick Sandell was on your back tires that last corner?
That was the best 6 lap of my life. I pushed so hard and I'm completely dead now.
Talk about the passion, the dedication that this win represents not only for you, but for the team as well.
We are the smallest team in Rallycross, and I couldn't have done it without my family and this amazing crew This is the best win of my career.
All right, guys, he is taking in the moment. His team down here celebrating with him. So happy, unbelievable for Kevin Hansen.
And here we go, the award ceremony finally. Timmy takes third, Patrick Sandell on the left there taking second. That's your winner of Nitro Rallycross, the top of the podium for young 21-year-old Kevin Hansen. There you have it. Kevin Hansen comes into Utah and he takes it. His first Nitro Rallycross win.
What a race! Pure rally mayhem, and that's just the way we like it. Those drivers compete all over the world, and each and every one of them has talked about how special it was to compete on this track designed by Travis Pastrana. It was bumper-to-bumper action. Cars and dirt flying everywhere in a pulse-pounding race. Kevin Hansen took the win, keeping the Nitro Rallycross title in the family. His brother Timmy won in 2018 and followed that up with a strong third-place finish this year. But it was Patrick Sandell in second place that rounded out the podium. I can tell you one thing for sure, Travis is already thinking about building an even crazier track for next year. Thanks for watching. Make sure to join us in the country of Wales when the Nitro World Games goes global in May 2020. Until next time, I'm Todd Richards, and this is the Nitro World Games.